Good morning, dear children. We were discussing chapter 2 topic microorganism. Today we will start with harmful microorganism. Yes, yesterday you saw how microorganisms are useful. Today we will see how microorganisms are harmful. Microorganisms, many of them cause disease in plants, animals, human beings. They cause different types of harms like food spoilage also. So we will discuss about them one by one today. So the microorganisms which cause disease are called by a specific name called pathogens. What are pathogens? Pathogens are disease causing microorganism. You know disease, dis-ease means discomfort. If you feel any kind of discomfort, then it is called disease. So the microorganisms which are harmful and cause disease, they enter our body through different medium like air, water, food or direct contact. If a person who is diseased, he coughs or sneezes, then the microorganism travels through the air and enter a healthy body. Similarly, the microorganism can enter through contaminated water and food. Even they can travel through direct contact from a diseased person to a healthy person. You can see here the pathogens. These pathogens are disease causing microorganisms. Now, pathogens enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink and the food which we eat. They also get transmitted through the direct contact. Now, this disease causing microorganism, when they travel from a diseased person to a healthy body, they start the disease in that healthy body also. There are few examples which are caused by such microorganisms like common cold, cholera, then chickenpox, flu, tuberculosis, etc. Now, when a person who is suffering from common cold, he sneezes, he coughs, then what happens? Small droplets, they are so small children which you cannot see even through naked eye. They pass through the air and reaches to a healthy body and cause the disease. Nowadays, COVID-19 is prevailing all over there. So the same way it spreads. That is why it is advised to wear a mask, because the mask prevents the droplets entering to our nose or mouth. Next. Small insects of disease. There are some carriers. Yes, children. The second way is there are some carriers. What do you mean by carriers, children? Carriers means those insects or animals, they carry the pathogen from the diseased person to a healthy body. Like housefly, like mosquito, they behave like carriers. When the fly sits on the garbage or some dirty place, then the microbes, they stick to the body of the fly, and when it again sits on the food or water and the food or water gets contaminated. If we take such kind of food or water, we may fall ill. Now, that is why it is advised to cover the food and water all the time to keep it safe. Now, another very familiar carrier is mosquito. You know very well, the disease like malaria is caused by mosquito bite. Now, when a mosquito bites a diseased person who is having malaria, it sucks the blood. With the blood, the pathogen also enters the body of the mosquito. Then again, when the mosquito bites a healthy person, then the pathogen gets transmitted into the blood of the healthy person and it starts infection. So that is why it is always advised to avoid the breeding of mosquitoes. This is the female Anopheles mosquito. This female Anopheles mosquito is actually the carrier of malaria pathogen. There is a list of disease which are caused in human being by different microorganism and by different mode of transmission. Like tuberculosis, it is caused by bacteria, spreads through air. Similarly, measles, chickenpox, polio. These three are caused by virus and also they spread through air. So when we are talking about air, what we can do? What you are doing nowadays to avoid the disease COVID? Yes, we cover our mouth and nose with a mask and we keep distance from the patient. Yes, social distancing is the best way to avoid such diseases. Next is cholera and tuberculosis. Both are caused by bacteria and they get transmitted through contaminated food and water. So the way is to just cover your food and do not eat food from roadside vendors where you do not find proper hygiene. Next, what do you think? Disease is only caused in animals and a human being? No, they are also caused in the plants. This reduces the yield of the crop. Wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane, orange, apple, and the list is long. This microorganism, they reduce our yield. So what do we do? As when we are diseased, we eat some medicine, we take some medicine. Similarly, there are certain chemicals which are spread on the crops to save them from the infection of such microorganisms. Here is a list of the disease which are caused in the plants by the microorganism, like citrus canker caused by bacteria. It spreads through air. You can see the fruit. What has happened to it? Its color has changed. Rust of wheat. It is caused by fungus. You know fungus is another kind of microorganism. It spreads through air and seeds. Now next, yellow vein mosaic of bhindi. It is a virus causing disease which is carried through insect. Yes, the insects are again carrier here. It also reduces your yield. Now, how to check the growth of such microorganisms? Salt, edible oils are common chemicals generally used to check the growth of microorganisms. Therefore, they are called the preservative. You know, your mother makes achar during this season. What she does? She puts a lot of salt and oil in the achar so that the microorganisms do not grow, to check the growth of salt and oil. Okay.